Welcome, One Crack News. That's about all I can tell you right now. Welcome, One Crack News. It's been one of those days, man. One of those days. They have all these surveys they do. The surveys I was telling y'all about how y'all get paid money for all these surveys. They kick money around and give you gifts and all that stuff. So now, here's something that you didn't know that was pretty much incredible. Now, American workplace mental health, they claim it's at a crisis point. This is what they do to keep you. Ooh. The U.S. workers is toxic work environment. 80% of the workers are now describing the workplace as toxic. It's a significant jump. It's up 67%. People are alarmed because their employees are inadequately supporting their mental health. This sharp increase suggests that the companies are failing to address the mounting workplace stress. Workers have identified toxic work culture as a primary culprit with 59%. We have bad management, which follows closely at 54%, and is leading to this inaccuracy of growing. The situation has become so severe. 50%, 57% of the workers say that they would rather quit than remain in this toxic environment. What are we doing to compartmentalize this situation? People, let me explain something here. As I take a sip of water, if you someone who cannot perform because of mental health issues, they will move away from you and replace you with some people that can work. No job is there thinking about, they're not hiring you for your feelings. They don't care about your feelings. Nobody cares about how you feel. They're hiring you to do a job. This is why you signed the application. All of this talk about your mental health in this environment, in this climate, only makes you look foolish. Now, you should be asking yourself, why? Now, I'm not saying your mental health isn't important, but leave the job instead of trying to change the job. The job is not going to change for you because you mentally don't feel like it's making it easier for you to do the job. If that's what human resources is for. Every corporation normally has an HR department. So they handle things like this. They just don't handle sexual harassment cases. They actually handle things of this nature. Now, there's an easier way to do something that's less stressful. And yes, is it too stressful? Quit. The company is not obligated to work around your feelings. Okay? This is what corporations deal with all the time. They pay people to say, hey, we got people here to go sit over there. Do you know how much money Americans are wasting paying people to come to their company and talk to these people about how to deal with their mental health and the stress and the workloads? Because I'm quite sure they tell you what the workload is before you say yes to everything. Yes. And while you're yesing, you're guessing. And then all of it is going down this rabbit hole to nothing. So when you get into this, I want it all and I want it now mentality, you're facing off with people who don't really have a concern or care about anything that you do. They only care about the work. Is the work going out? Is the work being done? What are you doing to assess or make the work possible? I remember the company I was at for a long time, they saw me as like I had to move up because I was making too much money for the position I was in. So they was like, there's no way we could justify paying you all this money to do what you do. And I was like, well, that's because you don't have a title for what I really do. I'm really the assistant manager. And they knew it. So I'm the one that is the assistant. The manager wants to pay his side piece to be the assistant, and I still do all the work. Wasn't going to happen. To me, I was nice because this was when I was young, and I'm just trying to help out the team because I'm thinking this is a team. They see what you do. It's a cutthroat business. These dudes are grown. They're older than me. They were all married. They were deep in their 30s and 40s. I was the young kid there in my 20s. Nobody young in their 20s was working that shift. But this is where the money was. So I said, well, I'm going to take this shift. People stupid. I'm not going to sit here and say, yo, man, I want to be able to kick it, go to the club. I'm like, if a chick I'm dating can't figure out what I'm doing here, then and this is where the money's at, I'm going to be where the money at. I mean, guaranteed time and a half every week. I was like, woo, sign me up. Full medical, vacation, 2 weeks. I had it all walking through the door. I'm not going to pass that up at that time at a very young age. So I made a decision that, yeah, it's time to get in there and start earning some money. The college and all that was going good, but then I'm paying out of pocket for college. I'm paying for my classes. I was like, I can do that and still be doing this, but my college is too far from the job. So I was like, put college back on hold for a minute. I can always do that. I already got enough credits for what I want to get done. So let me go ahead and do this, take this job and earn this paper. And boy, did we earn it. And we get crazy. We got crazy. I mean, at that time, Black people weren't seeing that kind of money. Like, unless you went to school for business and you went to this, you had all these certifications. You had to work really hard to get that position. These positions were pertaining for mostly Caucasian people or people in that area. There wasn't a large African-American environment in that situation. And was the job stressful? Yes. All jobs are stressful. All jobs are going to play on your mental health. Sorry. That's the realization that I got to give you because I can't sit here and lie to you. That's the real. All jobs are stressful. There is no easy, relaxing job. If you want to do that, be a yoga instructor or something. No stress. Oh, shit! Who called me? Hello, I'm with a client. So all jobs are stressful, man. You just have to make your way in a figure eight. You're going to have good moments. You're going to have bad moments. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad times. You're going to do a lot of different things that you're not accustomed to doing. And you don't want to do these things, but you feel that you're obligated to. And because you feel you're obligated to do these things, you're going to move differently. Just by nature, force of nature, you move differently. Now, some people have bad bosses that add stress to the job. Like it's uncalled for the stress. Some that it's a busy workload It's like if you're working at UPS, right? Boxes coming down like you work in a Texas truck or a California truck. Anybody who ever worked at UPS, you already know what I'm talking about. Like them try to, like, it's not like the instructional video when one package comes down. And then you grab the package and you set it here. Then you grab another one and you set it there. It's not like that at all. And UPS, it'd be break those lines. It'd be 30, 40 boxes coming at once. It's a jam. You gotta go, hey, get those bells off. And so naturally, you have to make a business decision. It's nothing more stressful. More people quit UPS packing, especially at the main plants, than any place on the world, because they can't take it. They can't take all of that. So they fold right away. And they have a turnover ratio. And that was like, how many people going to stay past 2 weeks? I went into a company, the turnover ratio was like 7 days. It was business. 7 days. I came into the company and was the employee of the month, my very first month. Some people have a knack to adapt to what's going on. I took a guy who was the rep, worked with him. He hadn't had any sales whatsoever. They was getting ready to get rid of him. So they just give him to one of the newbies that just came in. We ain't gonna give him to our proven guys. Get him to a new guy that's coming in. So I was the new guy coming in, and being a new guy coming in, I didn't even understand what we do. And through the training, I'm like, I still don't know what we do. They're telling me to say a script for the sales. And it was like the dumbest thing in the world. It's like having this piece of paper here going, the guy on the phone go, well, who are you? We are a research and development company. So how many employees do you have? Click, dude. It's like, it was terrible. The script is terrible. There's no flow to any of this. And I'm like, we're supposed to say that exactly that. And he's trying to convince you that it works. So I talked to the consultant that I was working with, and I said, we're not going to do this. First day on the job, I said, we're not doing this. You've been doing this before I got here, and it's not working out for you. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to see how much information I can get from that individual, and I will get you in front of him. And when you get in front of him, you close the deal. And if you feel like you're losing it and you can't close the deal, call the office. Call inside sales. Just get him to the phone. And that's what he did. Every sale, every single one I got out of him. Most people be lucky if they see 4 sales in a month. In a month, lucky. I had 20 in 1 month. I was rookie of the month. Now, being rookie of the month, coming through the door, was like a surprise for me. I'm like, rookie of the month. Well, employee of the month, not rookie, employee of the month in my first month. All the chicks at the job now want to sleep with me because he's like, oh, he's finna be a success. So now all the chicks are lining up to try to sleep with you and do everything and have lunch with you. I'm like, I had a chick at the time too. I just started working there. I'm like, hold off, got a girl. Hitting it on the regular. So by me knowing my limitations of my person that I was working with, this is why he wasn't getting sales, because he doesn't know when they tell him no, he doesn't know how to keep fighting. So I said, just go to inside sales, get them to the phone, just work, do what you do, and if they keep doing that and you get stuck, just say, all right, well then let me call the office and get him on the phone with them, because they can sell over the phone. And I was like, you're in front of the guy and can't do it. These guys can sell over the phone. I already know they can. So what they do is just basically lower the price and make a deal with the owner. And we get business done like that. I had like so many inside sales than direct sales. Now, direct sales, I would have gotten more money, but I'd rather have less money than no money. Do you understand? I'll say I'll take 20 sales of less money than to have 2, 3, maybe 4 real sales. And it came out, and all the rest of the weeks I get nothing. So I'm like, look, I took less to have more. So that's how it worked. So all the inside salespeople were living it up because they said, hey, man, what you're doing works. I was like, yeah. And they wanted me to go in and work. They was going to make me a trainer because I was basically training people on the floor not to follow this bullshit script. I was like, I wouldn't sign. If you were an owner, would you talk to you? No, right? You don't even feel confident because you don't even know what it is that we do. So they said, well, go talk to the guy. What is the problem that you see in the training? They wanted me to sit in the training class. And they said, well, first of all, the guy who was doing it was a complete pervert. All he does is go in the training classes, see which chick is the finest chick in there and desperate, so he could try to sleep with him. And it was normally working for him. Like this one chick, man, I was trying to actually help her. He thinking I was moving in on his territory. I said, right, I'm trying to actually, this girl, she's like, don't want to go to prostitution and stripping. Yes, she's fine, but she's actually trying to do the right thing, man. She wants to learn. How about you teach her the damn job? He tried to teach her, I'm going to give you some private lessons at my house. I'll send you a cab. Just come to my house. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Ron. Ron is like, hey, man, what you doing? Like, this is what I do for the training class. I'm working here. You cut in. Yes, it was a hood story. I did tell you this in a hood story. Same thing, that same person. And she eventually fizzled out. Within 2 weeks, she was gone. So my thing is, I tried to tell them exactly what it is they needed to do. And that happened. Very fortunately for me, I changed the model in how they approached sales, and sales went up because of it. So all of it is stress. You just got to learn how to deal with the stress. In today's time, we tell people not to deal with anything. We tell them to run from problems rather than dealing with them. So if you don't confront your situations and you keep running from it, you're creating the stress and making it the monster that it is. If you learn how to deal with adverse situations, you become a problem solver, somebody that's valuable to a job, not somebody who panics and shuts down when things go rough. Things are not going to be easy. Life isn't easy, is it? So if life ain't easy, why the hell would the job be easy? You're going to have stress everywhere you go. So the mental health is a bailout and an excuse. They have programs that they have where they pay women. This woman gets paid like $300,000 a year just to go and sit and give you seminars so that you don't feel racist, or if you feel like it's a race issue at your job. Like if white people are paying money for other white people to go in there and teach them how not to be racist. It's crazy. It is the craziest thing. Like, I saw a black guy and I don't know, should I have spoken to him and said hi like I did Jim? Am I racist? I mean, it's completely nuts. The world has gone completely insane. And it's basically a black woman up there who don't like white people and just laying into the white people, letting them know they just born racist. Ain't nothing they can do about it. It's just crazy. But you could try to change your condition. You've been programmed to this. We're going to get it out of you. And I'm like, they pay this woman like $300,000 to go to companies, corporations, businesses to do this job. Every job is stressful. Anything you do is stressful. Working for yourself is stressful. Everything you do is stress. It's just how you process it. So let that sink in. Thank y'all, One Crack News. We ain't went live here in a minute. Especially not like this. Appreciate y'all time. Don't forget to go to the Patreon though. Patreon is on fire. But yeah, it's finna go up again today. Day before Thanksgiving, we finna be giving. Yeah, yesterday I was passing out turkeys like Nino Brown, baby. Passing out turkeys like Nino Brown. Yep, I'm out.